After 3 months of exploring South America, I returned home to New Zealand, only to get an irresistible message from my dad. Come join me in Chile to help document some of the incredible things we're doing here. Before I knew it, I was back on a flight to South America. From Santiago, the vibrant capital of Chile, my dad and I explored the port towns of San Antonio and Valparaiso. Then we headed north to Antofagasta to witness the groundbreaking technology they've spent a decade implementing, revolutionizing mining logistics in the country with an eye on environmental practices, enjoying the spoils of luxury along the way. With the business wrapped up, we headed back to Santiago for some father-son bonding, savoring the country's finest wineries and cuisine. On the final day during my short visit, I head out to Chile's premier ski resort, Valle, Nevado, for some winter action in the Andes. Join me on this one-of-a-kind journey, reconnecting with my father and indulging in the high life in Chile.
So I'm here with Latam and I'm flying from Auckland to Santiago. So we're about to go do a little bit of a trip out there and check out a couple of sites.
With my father based in Australia and myself in New Zealand, opportunities to spend time with one another isn't always practical due to a big stretch of water in the South Pacific known as the Tasman Sea. Returning on a 12-hour flight just after settling back home wasn't exactly appealing, but the chance to visit one of my favourite continents, create a documentary about positive industrial changes, and spend quality time with my dad was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Plus, the all-expenses-paid, high-standard lifestyle my dad enjoys made it an offer I couldn't refuse. I was greeted by my friend Diego, who we met earlier in the year whilst travelling in Chile's Patagonia region. He drove me to our hotel in the city centre, and shortly after we caught up with my dad and his business partner Carlos. They took us out to a phenomenal seafood restaurant.
Oh, look at all this food. Look at that. Gary?
It's not enough, mate. Hello, kia ora, New Zealand.
What's the name of this place? Pacifico.
Ocean Pacific.
Ocean
Pacific.
Awesome.
Pacific restaurant. And we're eating the scallops and the prawns.
There you go. All right.
Can you say Miranda?
I will.
Hello, Miranda.
Disfrutan.
With very little time spent recovering from the flight, we hit the road the following day with Diego as our driver. The goal was to visit some of the nearby ports to film shots of the ports and record interviews with the port managers who had been utilising the technology Dad's business Pit-to-Ship Solutions had introduced to Chile. This was in order to get their perspectives on some of the outcomes and surprises they had noticed with using an environmentally cleaner way of transporting and storing raw materials. Our first stop was the town of San Antonio, known for its thriving fishing industry. We drove an hour and a half north to the resort town of Viña del Mar for a delicious seafood lunch and a look around its idyllic township. Afterwards, we continued to the UNESCO World Heritage City of Valparaiso, a place Miranda and I had visited more extensively a few months prior. We returned to Santiago for the night and departed early the following morning to Chile's northern city of Antofagasta. With a population of around 400,000, it is a bustling city located on the Pacific coast in the Atacama Desert. Known for its arid climate with minimal rainfall, the region enjoys clear skies and moderate temperatures year-round. The city is a vital hub for Chile's mining industry, particularly for copper and other minerals, driving significant economic activity and technological advancements in mining logistics and environmental sustainability. We take time here to meet up with clients and business partners whilst enjoying some of the area's top cuisine. Antofagasta is at the centre of the work Dad has been doing with local ports and mining companies. Here we took a closer look on the impacts of their hermetically sealed container system and some of the positive outcomes they have created for the surrounding marine environment and local communities, while enjoying the beauty and serenity of this desert coastline. The process of the solution is quite simple. Concentrates and bulk commodities are loaded into hermetically sealed transport containers and stored portside within these containers. This prevents any unwanted leakage of dust into the air or ocean. The Huanchaca ruins are the remnants of a 19th century silver smelting plant, once one of the largest and most advanced in South America. These ruins now serve as a historical landmark, offering insights into the region's rich mining heritage and early industrial endeavours. A great vantage point to farewell this bustling city in the Atacama Desert, but not before having the best steak in town at Moo.
I've got you in there for scale, guys. How are you going to eat that?
With our filming complete, we return back to Santiago for some downtime and a little bit of luxury.
Now this is luxury. We're at the Mandarin Hotel in Santiago. So we are back in Santiago, Chile at the luxurious Mandarin Hotel after a few days up in Antofagasta in the north of Chile. This is up in the Atacama Desert. We've been doing this documentary about Chile's contribution to the mining industry and how they're actually changing and revolutionizing things in an environmental way, which is really, really cool. What we're doing today, we have our first free day of the trip and we're going to go out and check out some of the wineries nearby in an area known as Pirque. And in Pirque, we're going to go to a winery known as Cancho y Toro, which basically is the largest winery or wine producer in South America. We're going to check out the estate there, which goes back, I believe, to 1883. They actually produce 33 million cases of wine per year, and they export to, I think, 135 odd countries. I was reading a little bit before. So we'll go to a place called Santa Rita, which a lot of the locals say is the best winery. One of those sort of hidden gems that aren't as well known. The idea is to have lunch there. We haven't actually booked anything yet for today, so those plans may change, but we are loving the local Chilean wine, especially the Caminere as well. It's out of this world. It's the only place in the world that has, I believe, the original Caminere vines, because apparently they all died out in Europe.
Santa Rita Winery, Shane and myself having a beautiful Father's Day lunch, drinking some beautiful Vino Blanco, and soon we go out for a wine tour. Cheers.
Okay, so that was Santa Rita, and the food was absolutely amazing. The wine even better. I've grabbed myself a bottle here of Carmenere, so looking forward to taking that back to New Zealand and drinking some of that. It won.
For you.
There you go. Gaz bought it for me. You weren't in the video. What year did you say the winner was?
The winner was of Chilean Best Chilean Wine in 2014.
So Santa Rita was the winner of the best wine in Chile in 2022. Okay, so this is the one that's the number one wine in Chile, Dad. This one here. Let's give this a try to begin with. Yeah, Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a mix, he was saying. It's a mix. Cool. Salud.
Vamos, aquí vamos con el segundo. Tenemos como un Carmín de Peumo, Carmener del año 2019. Este también es una mezcla, aunque no lo crean.
It's also a mix, he's saying. They're both mixes. They're blend. So this is a Carmener de Peon.
Peumo is like a tree in Chile.
Tree.
A location.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. It's cold wine and it's distinct.
Es del año 2021.
Yep.
Su denominación de origen es de Limarí, ubicado como unos 450 kilómetros
Okay.
al norte de Chile.
Oh, norte de Chile. Okay, in the north. Yeah, yep.
Norte de Chile.
Okay.
To La Serena.
Okay, near to La Serena. Yeah. Perfecto. Gracias. So this one has got a lot of the local minerals from that part of Chile. It's in the north of Chile. It's a Pinot Noir. It's served chill 2021. So these two are mixes, but these are the best two, actually, these mixes. Did you try that one there? The Cabernet Sauvignon? It is amazing. That is this Cabernet Sauvignon. This is the number one in Chile.
Que lo disfruten.
Can you see the tenant there?
The tannins, yeah. Oh my God.
Very strong alcohol.
Delicious. I get your reaction.
A strong alcohol to
Perfecto.
a strong ounces.
The other one is maravilloso. Maravilloso.
Maravilloso.
All right. So. Saúde. So we just had some of the amazing wines here at Conchi y Toro, and most well known for this one here, which is the Casillero del Diablo. So that's the cellar that they have down here, which unfortunately we don't have time to check out today, but it is a very, very well known cellar. Of course, it's the cellar of the devil, so it's kind of a bit of a scary thought, but it's Chile's largest export wine. So this one right here. Probably seen it somewhere in the world. One of the better wines we tried is this one right here, which is the Carmen de Peumo. It's a type of Carmenere, and Peumo is this type of tree that we have right behind us here. It's also named after a place which is obviously named after the tree itself. So I'm going to take one of these bottles of wine home and save it for a special occasion because it is a really nice bottle of wine.
It's a great shopping centre, isn't it?
Beautiful. Hey. Gracias. Unfortunately, on my final day, Dad had some work matters to attend to. Diego and I took off to the nearby ski resort of Valle, Nevado.
The name in Chile is Pico, you know?
Pico.
Yeah.
Indio Picoro.
Indio Picoran.
Picoron. Seeing wild horses on the road to the ski resort wasn't something I was expecting. It was pretty cool nonetheless. So it's a little white out today, and I'm not sure exactly if it's going to clear up or not at any stage, but it's still do some runs, and hopefully we might get a little visibility at some point. This snowboard is very different to the one I'm used to, so still trying to get used to it, but once I do, I'll take some videos.
With a late start and low visibility, Diego and I started with a little lunch and beer before I hit the slopes with my rented snowboard.
Yes, okay. Buen provecho.
Okay, I'm at Valle, Nevado, and this is Chile's premier ski resort, and I'm about to do my first run. So I've lost that visibility again. I've done a little bit of a run, but you can't really see anything, and it's a little hard to find the way around. So this snowboarding trip at Valle, Nevado is turning into a drinking trip. You can see how great the visibility is right now. Just hoping to sort of hang out and see if it changes, but at this stage it looks like probably gonna have to call it soon. It's a shame too, I was really looking forward to this. Yeah, I didn't even get a full run here while it was clear. I think a little further down, the visibility looks a little bit better, so I think I might stay at the bottom. Plus I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. That could be the pisco sours, or it could be altitude as well. So if I go a little bit lower, get some water, I think I'll be all right. All right, let's give this a try. Okay, finally we have some visibility with like an hour and a half to go before the ski field closes. I'm gonna make the most of this last hour and a half. Looks like there's a couple of good runs around here, so let's see what happens. Last run.
Although not the action-packed day on the slopes I was hoping for, it served as an excellent warm-up for the oncoming winter ski season back home in Queenstown.
So that was the end of our trip to Chile, which was pretty amazing. Got to live the life of luxury for once, but it's a little different from backpacking and doing it rough. And to top it all off, business class on the way back. Look at that. I don't usually like to brag about these sort of things, but it is kind of special to do every once in a while.
Join us on the next video back home in New Zealand for an epic Queenstown winter.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed our content, please like and subscribe.
And we'd love if you could leave us a comment letting us know what you've enjoyed or what you'd like to see more of.
And help us grow our channel. Become part of the Global Travel Stories family by sharing with friends, family, or anyone you think would enjoy our content. Thanks, guys.